Well, hello, hello, hello to everybody here. It's Teresa Sanderson. As always, excited to connect with you. And today I just want to continue this discussion we've been having about peer support in nursing with a specific focus on how can peer support help new graduate nurses. So thank you for joining me today and for being here for this important discussion. I think we all know that there are some alarming rates of new graduate nurses exiting the nursing profession within their first 2 years. It's as high as 33% of new graduate nurses leaving within their first 2 years. Of course, with the highest percentage, I believe it's about 18%, who leave the profession after just their first year in nursing. Again, when I think about the magnitude of that decision and how these new graduate nurses are literally choosing, 33% of them, to say goodbye to the time, energy, expense, all the entire investment made in getting through nursing school curriculum, which is no simple thing, obtaining their licensure, and then after just 1 to 2 years of working in the profession, being willing to say, I'm willing to give all of this away. I'm willing to let all of this go and do anything else. Okay. I think that really speaks volumes for what's going on in nursing, and also to the idea that we will never get out of our retention crisis. And I thank Dr. Farah Laurent for that term, because I agree with her wholeheartedly that we do not have a nursing shortage. We have indeed a retention crisis. So thank you, Farah Laurent, for sharing that important terminology. So, but we will never get beyond this if we don't resolve what's happening with the experience that new graduate nurses are encountering when they begin to work in the nursing workforce. So, peer support. How can it support these new graduate nurses? And really, there are a variety of ways that peer support groups can do this. But first and foremost, nursing it's a team sport, right? We even back in the day, there was team nursing, and I think we still practice team nursing in some areas today. And also, it's just the idea that as a nurse, if you're in need of some support when you're working in a clinical facility, we've always had that opportunity to peek out of the room door and say, hey, I might need a hand here. Peer support is a level above that, though. And peer support means that, we kind of purposefully connect people. We kind of purposefully connect new nurses and welcome them into an established community of nursing professionals, right? Nursing professionals who have been maybe practicing for some time, who've developed some best practices, and also at all levels of nursing. So again, whether we're working with someone who might be a CNA or a home health aide who aspires to elevate, or any level of licensed nurse, nurse entrepreneur, advanced practice nurse, nurses working in academia, all of these nurses can connect in the peer support space. And this allows us to form, this community that is a wealth of expertise, experience, knowledge, insights, and perspectives. So we come together in a peer support community, and this is where I believe it would be ideal for new graduate nurses to land, in a large peer support community where nursing experts in leadership, in clinical care, in entrepreneurship and other areas are available for them to ask questions, to receive guidance, to listen to their stories of what's going on, and help them learn, meaningful ways to cope with the realities of nursing, everything from, the schedule of nursing, the length of the shifts, to whether or not we're experiencing multiple deaths in the setting that we work in. There's just so much that nurses need to learn to cope with during the scope of their careers, during the duration of their careers. So having a peer support community helps nurses to be able to find their people. It helps these new nurses be able to attach, right, to a community and feel rooted in a community of support. where they will be, treated with respect, dignity, compassion, empathy by senior nurses who have already been there, done that, right? And I think this is a beautiful thing. So peer support definitely has its place. Also, for new graduate nurses, we can expand on the peer support community as being an area that can assist new nurses with preparing for their board exams and just with bonding with each other and other people so that they can have a more successful experience. And we can allow our seasoned nurses, our senior nurses with experience, to show up as experts in the space, right? Who can be seen as the valuable assets that they are for having been in nursing for 2, 5, 10, 20, 30 years, and who can now hand down that knowledge and experience that they've had to newer nurses in a meaningful way. So I think peer support is vitally important for the future of nursing. And I believe that online peer support groups and networks are going to be more and more important because not every nurse can attend a meeting in person, right? We don't all have the time. Life is busy, and it appears it's only getting busier. I don't know if you're with me on that, but it just appears that we are busier and busier and with less time for getting ourselves to places for face-to-face meetings. So this is where the virtual environment, the online community definitely has potential to be tapped into for peer support networks for nurses. And so through these networks, through peer support, nurses can also develop friendships, right? Many may develop lifelong friendships as well as professional networks within the peer support community. So I believe that all of these things tied together will give our new graduate nurses the stability and the foundation of support and compassion that they need to be able to stay in the game. All right. And so this is one of the goals of Nurses Feed Their Young and our member community is providing a space for new graduate nurses to come where they are welcomed, where all questions are good questions, and where we can support them with a group of experts. And I have to tell you that right now I am just so excited about the Nifty member community because we have more than 20 seasoned nursing experts in this space, experts in leaderships, experts in clinical care, experts in entrepreneurship, consulting, hospice. We have nurses who are innovating and developing new products and services to increase or improve the future of nursing. And so our Nurses Feed Their Young member community is an online peer support network, and we're very, very excited to be launching our grand opening on Black Friday weekend. We want to be able to enrich the environment, the learning environment for nurses in an informal as well as structured way through the Nifty member community. So I hope you've enjoyed this information today, and I hope it's thought-provoking for you about how can peer support networks, and specifically online peer support networks, help new graduate nurses stay in the game longer than 2 years. Lord knows they got that credential. They went through school, got themselves licensed with the intent of staying in the workforce. How can we keep them there? That is the mission of Nurses Feed Their Young. One of the things that we are really firm believers in is we need to be able to nurture and support our new graduate nurses. So I hope you will click the link below this video, learn more about our grand opening, and I hope you will be a part of it. Whether you are a new graduate nurse or a seasoned nurse who's needing some support and some nurturing, feel free to join us for our grand opening event. It's going to be lots of fun, filled with lots of prizes and lots of fun events that are happening the weekend of Black Friday and onward from there. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.